episode 3 of Geeked for Jesus. Originally, I had something completely different planned for episode 3, but due to recent events that have happened in this country, I thought I should talk about something else. So, as you probably maybe not really have heard, we have elected a new president of the United States. You know, I really didn't expect it to happen the way that it did. Can't say that I'm upset about it at all. I was surprised by it, so I wasn't surprised to find out how many people were surprised by it. I was, however, surprised to find out how many people were posting videos of themselves crying over the election results on social media. Just gotta love those millennials. And you got all those people petitioning to get rid of the Electoral College, but you know, it's been a part of our country since we've been a country. And as I said 2 weeks ago, I thoroughly enjoy reading Facebook and Twitter debates. Not commenting on them, just reading them. They are highly entertaining. I don't know why I find them entertaining. Maybe it's because I don't really have a social life, but it's been quite the week for me. But my inner troll glee was brought to a halt when I saw people protesting and riots breaking out and reports of violence. Some stories were proven to be false and some protesters were proven to be paid. But there's a lot of anger out there in the world right now, and it just doesn't seem to be dissipating. You know, I see a lot of people throwing out words without fully understanding their definitions or the irony and then using those words. You know, this whole culture of people accusing you of being a blankist or blankphobic if you disagree with them on policy or who you should vote for or how to deal with taxes or whatever. It reminds me of a lot of different episodes of The Twilight Zone, but with the riots and protests going on, a specific episode comes to mind. The episode starts off in a small suburban area in the middle of summer, and a meteor flies overhead, and then it wipes out all electronics, all cars, all radios, all lights. Everything starts acting funny, and so they decide to go over to the other town to see if the same thing is happening there. One boy says, "You shouldn't leave because they don't want you to," and they're like, "Well, who is they?" And he said, "The monsters from outer space that, you know, are causing all this trouble." And so of course the adults are like, "Psst, whatever, kid." And the kid says, "No, this is the exact scenario that has happened in every type of comic book story that I've read about people coming from outer space. And before the monsters invade, they send ahead a wife, a husband, and 2 children to blend in with the normal society to figure out how to take them down." And so the people get, you know, just a little bit suspicious, but they brush off the stories until one of their neighbor's cars comes to life without him touching it. And so then they start throwing out these accusations about him, you know, staring up at night, looking at the stars. He's like, "I'm an insomniac. I have trouble sleeping, so I look at the stars. That's not a crime." And so all the people become suspicious of him and his family. And tensions slowly start to escalate throughout the episode. And there's that one guy that's like, "Let's be rational about this. You know, there aren't monsters from outer space, you know, coming to destroy us." But they give in to fear and paranoia, and eventually one innocent man's life ends up being taken, and then the whole town just descends into chaos. Then the camera pans out to 2 aliens standing next to a UFO operating a machine that is messing with all the lights in the suburban area and making them, you know, go crazy and thinking, "Hey, you're an alien, you know, we gotta kill you. So the 2 aliens start having a conversation about, you know, how they're gonna use this method of inciting fear and paranoia into all the towns and all the cities and all the world so the humans can take themselves out without them having to use a single weapon." And there's a quote that, you know, stood out to me from the last time that I watched the episode, which was fairly recently, because I love The Twilight Zone. "They pick the most dangerous enemy they can find, and it's themselves. All we need to do is sit back and watch." You know, time and time again, we keep looking for monsters among ourselves. We are willing to tear each other apart for it to be true. We keep suspecting and slandering each other until it becomes true. But the truth is, We make monsters of ourselves while the real evil stands on the sidelines and laughs at us. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. I know there's a lot of people spreading hate and fear out there in the world. There's a lot of people that are frightened and panicked over someone that doesn't have any power over anyone yet. There are a lot of celebrities that are posting doomsday scenarios and acting like this is the end of the world. It isn't the end of the world. The enemy wants you to think it's the end of the world so that you give into this fear, that you give into this hatred, that you give in to him and not rely on God. If you really want to see change, if you really want things to not go to crap, then get on your knees and pray. Pray for unity in this country. Pray for race relations to be renewed. Pray for your neighbor. Go be nice to someone. Go show love to your fellow neighbor. Go show love to someone that voted opposite of you. Stop unfriending people. Stop unfollowing people. Stop uninviting relatives to Christmas dinner. Stop. If you want the world to change, if you're sick and tired of all the fear being spread in this world, show love to someone. Be love to someone. Go into your prayer closet and pray for that person that trolled your page. We as a people need to come back to God. We as a people need to show each other more love, more respect, and more kindness. If you voted for Donald Trump, go pray. If you didn't vote for Donald Trump, go pray. We all, as a nation, as a people, as one body in Christ, need to come together and pray for this nation. Pray for unity, pray for strength, pray for people to come back to God. Stop looking for the monsters inside of people and start praying for the person that you know is there. Until next time, I'm Barr and I'm Geeked.